They
Yeah.
paint a picture of AI moving incredibly fast.
This stack of research. It's basically a really comprehensive guide detailing what AI looks like next year and, more importantly, how you can actually use it. It is your shortcut to understanding how AI in 2025 can help you monetize, optimize, and grow.
2025 offers unprecedented access to AI's power for individuals, not just big companies.
Okay.
So yeah, let's unpack what they actually reveal.
Okay, so let's dive straight in. The world is practically vibrating with change right now, and AI, well, it's right at the absolute heart of it.
hmm
It's not just some future idea anymore, is it? It's here.
Yeah.
And it's reshaping pretty much everything. How we make a living, even how we manage our day-to-day lives.
Absolutely. And, the sources we've been digging into for this deep dive, they really flag 2025 as this pivotal moment.
Pivotal, yeah.
They paint a picture of AI moving incredibly fast,
Yeah,
especially like in terms of actual real-world use.
exactly. We've been wading through this stack of research. It's basically a really comprehensive guide detailing what AI looks like next year and, more importantly, how you can actually use it.
Right.
So our mission here really is to cut through all that information overload in these sources and just pull out the key stuff, the actionable insights for you.
The circuit.
Yeah, think of it as your shortcut to understanding how AI in 2025 can help you monetize, optimize, and, well, grow.
It's about getting past the hype, isn't it? And seeing the actual tangible opportunities that the data points towards. These sources, they suggest 2025 offers unprecedented access to AI's power for individuals, not just big companies.
Okay.
So yeah, let's unpack what they actually reveal.
Okay, let's do it. So what these sources really hammer home right up front is just how much the whole AI landscape is changing. It's exploded like way beyond those niche uses we used to see. It's becoming incredibly widespread by 2025.
That's the core finding, yeah. And the report we looked at highlights 4 major trends really pushing this shift. The first one that really jumps out is the rise of multimodal AI.
Multimodal. Okay, so this isn't AI that just reads text or, looks at a picture by itself. The sources say it's AI that understands and works with different kinds of data together, like text, images, audio, video, all at the same time.
Exactly. Think about your smartphone now, right?
Yeah.
You can process a photo you take, maybe link it with your location data, recognize things in the picture.
And give you info based on that.
Right. Well, the sources suggest multimodal AI takes that concept way further. It allows for a much more holistic, almost human-like grasp of context.
And the implications, the sources say, are huge. This isn't just for fancy tech demos.
Yeah.
It's heading towards much smarter tools for everyone. Better decision-making for businesses, sure, but also richer content creation, better analysis tools for you and me. It's like AI is getting a fuller picture of the world.
Precisely. And next up, of course, is generative AI and the LLMs, the large language models that are the engines behind it.
Right.
These are the tools creating completely new content. Text, art, music, video, even computer code.
Yeah, we've all seen the headlines on this one. The sources definitely confirm the crazy fast advancements and how it's spreading, everywhere, across all industries.
True.
But what the report flags is really important for 2025 is how we use it. It's shifting, isn't it? Away from just hitting generate and seeing what happens.
Yes, towards generative AI becoming more like a co-creator.
A co-creator, I like that.
Exactly. The sources emphasize that by 2025, the real power isn't just the AI making something, it's the human guiding it. Strategically,
Yeah.
it's collaborative.
So you provide the direction, the refinement.
The prompt engineering, the specific instructions, yeah. And the AI helps you produce really customized stuff, whether that's, ad copy, a script, maybe complex bits of code. This collaborative thing is really opening up access to advanced capabilities for more people.
That co-creation idea, that's a fantastic insight from the sources. Okay, so third trend, intelligent AI agents.
Right. These are the autonomous systems the sources talk about. They can perform complex tasks, learn as they go, even plan ahead.
Okay.
Think of them helping with professional workflows, personal assistance type stuff.
So automating things.
Yeah, the report sees these agents becoming really key for automating workflows. Sorting emails, scheduling meetings, handling data entry. The whole idea is they free up us humans to focus on the higher level stuff. Strategic thinking, creativity, problem solving, things AI agents aren't really built for.
And the sources suggest that by 2025, these aren't just little experiments anymore. These pilot programs are going wide.
That's the projection. Scaling wide, becoming more specialized, tackling tougher challenges than just basic automation. The report kind of frames them as strategically necessary for businesses wanting to really streamline things and change how work gets done.
Okay. And the last big one.
Finally, it's the overall trend. Just AI's huge impact on the workplace itself, automation, deeper integration, and just pure efficiency gains.
Right.
The sources expect AI to be, well, pretty much everywhere by 2025, boosting productivity in a big way by automating those repetitive tasks and augmenting what people can do.
So things like data processing, churning out reports, even quality control, all getting faster and more efficient.
And the key takeaway from the sources here seems to be the integration. Generative AI tools aren't just separate apps anymore. They're being woven right into the software and workflows people use every single day.
Makes sense. And the report does mention job displacement, but it balances that, right? Highlighting new jobs being created too.
Exactly. It signals more of a fundamental shift in the skills needed, rather than just a net loss of jobs overall.
Okay, that makes sense. Which actually brings us perfectly to the next big area the sources covered. How all these AI trends can actually mean, real financial benefits for you.
Yes, this is where it gets really practical. The report makes a pretty strong case that AI is, in a way, democratizing entrepreneurship and side hustles. It's lowering the barrier to entry quite dramatically.
How so? What are the main ways?
Well, one of the biggest avenues they discuss is AI-powered writing services and content creation.
Oh, okay.
The sources list a bunch of tools: Jasper, Copy.ai, Writesonic for text, Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion for visuals, and things like Pictory.ai, Synthesia, Descript 30, Filmora 33 for video and audio.
Wow, yeah, lots of options.
These tools let people quickly create almost any kind of content you can think of.
And they give actual examples of how people are making money?
They do. Things like freelance writing projects, maybe boosted by AI, potentially bringing in, say, $500 to $5,000 a month, or creating those faceless YouTube channels, aiming for something like $10,000 a month, selling AI-generated art, digital products, lots of possibilities.
Oh, there's a catch. Right.
Definitely. The report really hammers home that the human touch, the strategy, the editing, the smart prompt engineering that's absolutely key to actually stand out and hit those numbers.
So just pushing a button isn't enough?
No, not at all. And they also stress that finding a specific niche is really important for success.
Right, specialization. What else?
What's also really interesting from the sources is the opportunity in actually developing and selling AI tools and applications. They call it the micro SaaS boom.
Micro SaaS, so small software businesses.
Yeah, basically building small, focused AI-powered solutions for very specific problems people have.
Okay, but doesn't that require serious coding skills?
Well, less than you might think.
Yeah.
According to the report, the reason this is becoming more accessible is all the open source AI tools available now, plus these low-code or no-code platforms.
Ah, right, like Bubble, Directional.
Yeah, exactly. Bubble, Directional, GitHub Copilot, Bolt.new, Lovable 16. They list quite a few. These tools significantly lower the technical hurdles and the cost. It lets individuals build what they call minimum viable products, MVPs, relatively quickly and target those niche markets.
Interesting. Okay, so building tools is one thing. What about using existing AI expertise?
Huge demand there too. AI consulting and freelancing is another major opportunity highlighted. As businesses try to figure out how to use AI, they need people who can bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap?
Yeah, translate the tech capabilities into practical business solutions. The sources call these people AI translators.
AI translators, I like that.
They help companies figure out how to use AI effectively, how to improve specific processes, and crucially, how to show a real return on investment. Prove it makes financial sense.
And does specializing help here too?
Very much so. The report notes that specializing in certain industries, finance, healthcare, agriculture, whatever, is becoming really important for consultants to offer targeted value.
Okay. What about chatbots? We hear a lot about those.
Definitely. Building and deploying AI chatbots is another area the sources point to with massive growth. Businesses want that 247 customer service, sales help, lead qualification.
And AI chatbots can do that.
They can. And platforms like CustomGPT.ai, ChatFuel, Dialogflow are mentioned as making chatbot creation more accessible.
How do people make money from that?
Usually through setup fees for building the bot and then recurring subscription revenue for maintenance and updates. But the key point from the sources is customization. Generic bots don't cut it. They need to align with the brand, be genuinely helpful, and provide a good customer experience.
Right, makes sense. Anything else on the monetization front?
Yes, one more main area. Leveraging AI for affiliate marketing and e-commerce.
Okay, how does AI help there?
Well, it can seriously boost affiliate marketing by automating tasks like generating relevant content, finding the best products to promote, and personalizing recommendations for different audience segments. And tools like CustomGPT.ai's affiliate features get a mention. And in e-commerce, AI is driving things like hyper-personalized shopping experiences, dynamic pricing that adjusts automatically, even interactive shoppable videos.
And the bottom line is,
Increased conversions and more revenue. The report suggests these AI applications have a direct impact on sales potential.
okay, that's a lot of ways AI can impact income. But let's switch gears slightly. The sources also looked at AI's impact on your personal career path and earning potential, right? Even if you're not building AI stuff yourself.
Absolutely. This is a really critical point they make. The report confirms a huge surge in demand for jobs related to AI. And yeah, these are often high-paying roles.
Like what kind of roles?
They list examples like AI engineer, AI developer, data scientist, and also AI business strategist, someone who understands both the tech and the business side.
And the pay reflects that demand.
Oh yeah, the numbers are quite striking. The sources mention an average wage premium for AI skills hitting around 56% in 2025.
56%. Wow.
Yeah, it's a massive increase, and it really shows how much value companies are placing on this expertise. An AI engineer in the US, for example, is noted as averaging something like $132,855 a year.
Okay. But how do you navigate this? The sources also talk about job displacement, don't they?
They do. It's important to understand the shift they describe. AI is projected to displace around 97 million jobs by 2025.
That sounds scary.
But it's also expected to create 85 million new ones. So it's not just jobs disappearing, it's a fundamental transformation. The shift is towards tasks that need uniquely human skills. Intelligence, creativity, critical thinking.
The things AI can't easily replicate.
Exactly. And interestingly, the report even notes AI agents are now being used in recruitment itself for things like screening candidates and matching them to roles.
Okay, so the message is adapt or...
Adapt, definitely. This is why the sources put such a strong emphasis on upskilling. And it's not just about the technical AI skills like prompt engineering, data analysis, or knowing Python.
What else then?
Just as important, they argue, are the human-centric skills. Things like critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, collaboration.
Ah, the soft skills, which maybe aren't so soft anymore.
Exactly. They frame these human skills as becoming even more valuable differentiators, precisely because AI handles the routine stuff. It's about combining AI know-how with those uniquely human abilities.
And AI can help you learn these skills too.
Seems like it. The report highlights AI-powered learning platforms and personalized educational resources. They enable what they call just-in-time learning.
So learning what you need when you need it.
Pretty much, it allows you to pick up skills quickly. This ties into a concept the sources call learning agility, basically, your ability to learn and adapt fast. They present this as absolutely essential for long-term career resilience in this changing landscape.
Learning agility, okay.
They even mention some specific AI coaching platforms emerging, like Oracle's CIC or a tool from Skillsoft, designed specifically to help people develop these adaptive skills.
So, to AI-proof your career, as they say, the sources suggest it's a mix. Develop both the tech skills and those irreplaceable human skills.
That's the core message. And also, actively use AI tools to manage your own brand and job applications, like using AI to optimize keywords on your resume or LinkedIn profile.
Right, using the tools to your advantage. Okay, so moving beyond work and business, the sources also show how AI is set to really shake up your personal financial management, help you get smarter with money in 2025.
Yeah, definitely. AI-driven budgeting and financial planning tools are getting seriously sophisticated.
Like it.
Well, the report mentions tools like Clio or Monarch Money. They automate tracking your expenses, help create personalized budgets, and even offer predictive insights.
Predictive? Like what?
Like warning you about a potential bank overdraft before it happens.
No, that's useful.
It shifts things from just looking back at where your money went to more proactive planning. Scenario analysis. You could use generative AI to ask, what if I save an extra $200 a month? How does that impact my retirement goal? And get intelligent forecasts.
That's powerful. What about investing?
AI is fundamentally changing the investment landscape too. Robo-advisors and AI platforms are making sophisticated capabilities accessible to individual investors, things that used to be only for big institutions.
Like detailed portfolio analysis, risk assessment.
Exactly. In-depth analysis, precise risk tolerance assessment, automated trading, robo-advisory services. The sources list examples like Rockflow, copy trading, Thinbox, Stock Hero, TrackSpider.
So it's really democratizing investing, lowering the barrier to entry.
That's the feeling, yeah. And what's interesting is the AI analysis isn't just looking at standard market data. The The sources say it can process all sorts of diverse information sources to find insights.
Okay. And one more thing on finance. Security.
Yes, and this is maybe less obvious but really important. AI is significantly boosting financial security and fraud detection.
Wow.
It plays this critical, often invisible role by scanning just massive amounts of transaction data in real time. It spots suspicious activity patterns that a human could never possibly catch.
Faster and better than humans.
In terms of volume and speed, yes. And the sources detail how it's getting more sophisticated using things like behavioral biometrics.
Behavioral biometrics.
Yeah, like analyzing how you type or how you move your mouse. Even voice patterns. To verify it's really you and spot anything unusual.
Wow. So it's like this invisible shield protecting your money.
That's a good way to put it, providing peace of mind.
Okay, so beyond finance, AI is also presented as a tool for personal growth and just being more productive, right?
Definitely. It's about using AI tools to simply get more done, more efficiently. Task automation and workflow optimization are big ones.
Taking boring stuff off your plate.
Pretty much. Taking those repetitive, time-sucking chores away so you can focus your energy on more strategic or creative things.
Yeah.
AI agents handling email sorting, basic data entry, that kind of stuff.
And what about dealing with all the information coming at us?
That's another area the sources really highlight for personal efficiency. Mastering information with AI summarization.
Summarization tools.
Okay. Yeah, think about the sheer volume of videos, articles, documents we all face. Tools like ClickUp Clips, Claude 3, Knot, Fireflies.ai for meetings or audio, Summarize.tech for videos, Recall Video Summarizer. They can quickly process all that and just pull out the key information.
That sounds incredibly useful. Saves so much time.
It saves immense time and cognitive load, yeah. Lets you consume and understand content much faster. Really valuable for research, learning, or just trying to stay informed. The sources kind of frame these tools as knowledge navigators.
Knowledge navigators. I like it. Helping you find the important stuff.
Exactly. Supporting your personal intellectual development.
And this loops back again to that point the sources keep making about human skills, doesn't it?
It does. It reinforces the growing importance of developing those uniquely human skills right alongside your AI skills.
Creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
These aren't just nice-to-haves anymore. The sources present them as increasingly valuable assets, precisely because AI is taking over the routine tasks.
And you mentioned AI coaching can help develop these too.
Yeah, as we touched on earlier, those AI coaching platforms are emerging partly to help people actively strengthen these specific human capabilities.
Interesting. Did the sources mention anything else on personal growth?
They touched briefly on AI contributing to overall enhanced decision-making and well-being. Things like personalized health monitoring, sometimes called digital twin. Yeah, creating a virtual model of your health based on data, and using AI analysis to create personalized healthcare plans, potentially contributing to longevity. Also, AI-powered career coaching, helping people make better decisions about their professional lives.
Wow. Okay, so it's clear AI in 2025 holds just incredible potential for individuals across so many areas, but there's always a but, isn't there?
Yeah.
The sources also stressed navigating this responsibly, the challenges.
Absolutely. The report spends significant time on this. It's crucial. They highlight needing to understand the broader societal impact, those job market shifts we talked about, the need for the workforce to adapt.
Right. And data privacy, that must be huge.
Paramount. AI systems need huge amounts of data to work well, which makes strong data protection rules like GDPR or CCPA more critical than ever. The sources also emphasize that you, as an individual using AI tools, have a responsibility for data stewardship, being mindful of the data you feed into these systems.
Good point. What about bias?
Algorithmic bias is another major challenge they discuss. If AI models are trained on data that reflects existing societal biases, well, the AI can end up perpetuating or even amplifying those unfair outcomes.
Especially in sensitive areas like hiring or loans.
Exactly. Recruitment, financial services, even legal contexts. It's a serious concern.
So how do we counter that?
This is why the sources strongly push for human oversight and ethical AI practices, keeping humans in the loop. It's essential for applying critical thinking, empathy, moral judgment, especially when the stakes are high.
You need that human perspective.
You do. And the report stresses that transparency and explainability in AI systems are vital. People need to understand at some level how these systems reach their conclusions to build trust.
And this is creating new roles too.
Yeah, they note a growing demand for professionals specifically focused on AI ethics and governance. Making sure AI is developed and used responsibly isn't just optional, The sources frame it as essential if we want to actually harness AI's benefits while managing the risks effectively.
Right. Okay, so looking back at everything we've pulled from these sources today, it's really clear that AI in 2025 is set to offer just immense potential for your finances, your career, personal growth, even your well-being.
It's definitely a powerful catalyst for transformation, no doubt about that.
Mhm.
But as the report really reminds us, it's also a force that needs active engagement, responsible navigation.
Yeah. And as AI keeps evolving so fast, integrating into, well, pretty much everything, the sources kind of leave us with this really compelling thought for you to think about.
Hmm.
Maybe the most valuable skill going forward won't just be how well you can use the AI tools, but your ability to really understand where human intelligence, human creativity, and crucially, ethical judgment are still irreplaceable.
And maybe most importantly, your capacity to just keep learning, keep adapting, and figure out how to collaborate alongside this incredibly dynamic technology.
So, what does embracing this AI augmented future look like for you?